Alrighty then, stand to my quarters, and welcome back to another episode of MekHQ or MegaMek. Hi everybody, how you doing? I'm starting a little bit late because I had to get things set up. Oh, hello, Urando! Thank you very much for the bits. I do very much appreciate it. Hysterica's return. I am back once again. So yeah, we've got a couple of missions that we're going to be doing today. Hopefully at least two. Wow, we got a lot of people. Hello, Mustadio. Haven't seen you in a while. Smoking by 428. Nice to see you. Pyro, Talik. Let's see, we got Big Brick here as well. Sprogs online. Greybeard trying to rob me of my toothbrush. Oh, these people. Synapsis, nice to see you around. Reldex has joined us as well. Let's see if did I get everybody this time? Or at least everybody who's chatted. If you want me to say your name, you're going to have to say things in chat. So yeah, we are just about to get started here. It's not going to be the big-hearted... Let's see, Reldex is gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Reldex. Do very much appreciate it. For a total of 16 in total, he is given to Big-Hearted Psycho, Lightfoot J. Pauls, the Notorious MIC Vanguard Mark 1, and Anikitos Monomaxos. And that is one hell of a name. So thank you so much, Reldex. Can we get a little bit of Irby love in chat? I mean, that was a hell of a thing right there. So to welcome all of our people, and how do I spell that? That's how I spell it. And Reldex's generous contribution. Thank you so much, my man. I do appreciate it. Hopefully, we will do quite well on this battle. So, just keeps on coming. We get to see all the lovely little effects over here. Alright, so this battle is hopefully not going to be all that difficult. And as you can see, we kind of brought a ridiculous amount of firepower to it. Adder was actually built to fight this, however, using a special ability that they happen to have, we were able to sub in one of our lances, and that would of course be Boa. Then being supported by Cobra Lance as they rush in to try and save absolutely everybody. Spoken by 420 cheering for the 10 bits. Thank you so much, man. And Uradano once again with another group of 10. Do appreciate it very much. Alright, so I just need to somewhat recall exactly how everything was set up. Because I am slow at this on occasion. So things are a little bit out of whack. Okay, so Boa is, of course, it's Mustadio's Lance. How could I forget? How could I possibly forget? Alright, so we need to set that up properly. And this is some of the sort of the behind the scenes work that I do when I prepare for these battles. It's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, somebody is in the wrong lance. Because I didn't have the colors set up right. That's right. So who it needs to be? You are part of Boa. Alright, that should be all set up. So these are people who are coming in sort of as extras, and then these are the people who all need to deploy on round 1. So we're going to go and configure them all. They will deploy, start of the game, set that up right there. That way the enemy actually has something to fight instead of, you know, just appearing. It's pennies for everyone. We'll load them inside the cannons and we'll see if they actually manage to get things. Now also, God, what are they called? Cobra Lance has a bonus ability onto them which allows them to actually come in a little bit early. Now every single one of their mechs either needs to be able to match a speed of 5 or have jump jets to get up to that. We count jump jets as +1, and their special ability allows them to reinforce slightly earlier. So they will not be reinforcing on round 7, they will actually be reinforcing on round 4. So once they finally show up, stunningly, bravely chopping on in. So we'll cast for the win. Yes, as soon as we can. So this is the force that we're going to be fighting against. We've also got a Vindicator, which is going to be working for us, which I suppose is quite fitting considering we're fighting Lao. And I will just go ahead and change the camouflage on these guys, just to make it easier on me. Actually, I'll just do it from here. It'll be easier that way. So you are Duchy of Andurien, so we scroll on down to Merrick. Open you up, we go Duchy of Andurians. And I think these guys will be Rangers. And they're going to be the 4th Andurien Rangers for now. That may change in the future, but for now, that's what they are. And then you guys, we can change you, Duchy of Andurien, Camo. Where are they? Andurians? We're going to make them just normal guards. Although guards would probably be a bit too much for them. We'll just make them Defenders of Andurien. If I can. Select. There we go. So the enemy will be in the white, and our Vindicator, I suppose I should also be quite kind to, and give him his proper Lao colors. And he shall be part of the... God, what was I using? Yes, he's a training battalion. So... There we go. Pixar Military Training Academy. We'll make him awesome. Yes, people can change the camos. In fact, our people also have camos. I've been using Oscam for our dudes. Fighting Rangers more preciously to acquire. They're not going to be that deadly, hopefully. Kyogre has subscribed. Thank you so much, my man. He's been with us for 4 months. Yes, indeed, happy Friday. Let's get a little bit of heartbeat love for another subscription, and then we'll also kick things off. We are playing on a randomized map for the most part. Actually, let me just bring up the objectives so we all know what we're supposed to be doing here. So, briefing room, hold the line, attacker. Victory conditions: we must destroy 1/2 of the enemy units while having less than 1/3 of our own forces destroyed. The winner is whoever controls the battlefield is the winner. We are expecting not a full moon night because I refuse to fight another full moon night. For now, at least for the stream games, I'm not going to fight in full moon nights just because they're long, drawn-out affairs of just shooting at something and missing every single round. Forever. This is true. They're knocking them down pretty much every fight. Not every fight, but they have been tried. So it's going to be wooded with some trees. It's a 40x10 map. It's going to be clear with a moderate gale. Winds from the somewhere. I don't know. All right, so with all of that information sort of set up for us, now we know what we're doing, how we're going to do. Thank God for GM tools. Yeah, pretty much. The year is, of course, 3031. I think it's actually August 30th, 3031. So enjoy your summer weather while it lasts. We are about to head into the cold, cold September. Wind strength is a moderate gale. The weather is clear. Visibility is daylight. Wind direction from the southeast. So let's actually get dropped down and starting to cause some havoc. Ooh, that's a big map. For those of you wondering how big this map is, that's the size of this map. So I was expecting something a little bit smaller, but I suppose I shouldn't have been. 40x10, that's a knife fight. That's what I thought, but clearly this map does not look like a 40x10 map. It is absolutely not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On 116. This is a 40x30 map, it looks like, or 40x25. This map isn't half bog. Yes. Ah, yes, the greatest advantage that we could have possibly had in this location. Alright, so let me just sort things out so we actually know what's going on. We are, of course, fighting from this side. And we're actually probably going to be fighting to the death, but we'll figure it out. Let's get the archer set up. Sort of a centerpiece for the formation, and the enemy shall now respond. I hate sand. Well, you don't have to worry about any sand here. This is a lightly wooded area. We got a griffin. Unfortunately, we don't have a griffin to respond with our own, but hey, maybe for once our Black Knight will not explode. You never quite know with the Black Knight. It'll either do really well or just detonate into a massive storm of fireballs and all that. Alright, turn the music up just a little bit because I figured it was a little bit too quiet, but let me know if that's not actually the case and it's way too loud. Because I have to rely on you guys for that particular one. I'm going to tell it the flat ground. His absence from the flat. Alright, so we've got a Centurion, the Griffin, and the Javelin. Oh, we so outdone these guys. We are going to beat the living crap out of them. Maybe I should have kept Adder in on this fight. We'll keep the B9 in back and just have everybody else charge in. We may have been a bit too gun-shy about that. What game is that? It seems old school strategy games that had hexagon. This is MegaMek, and MegaMek is basically the original tabletop version of BattleTech in the 1980s, and then they turned it into a computer. Well, they just ported the whole thing just directly to the PC. So we are able to basically play exactly how you would if you were actually playing on tabletop, except on your computer. It handles all the math for you. It's way better than actually no, that's not true, because it's super fun to actually like meet people in person and talk to them about it, but it makes the game a lot easier to get into, especially if you're new. It's pure awesome. They're gonna ambush you, they're baiting you out. They're gonna try, and let's be perfectly blunt, we can probably handle them. We got a nice little symmetrical formation going on that unfortunately is gonna get ruined. The Crusader's just gonna set up in there and it's gonna destroy our entire symmetry going on here. So Blackjack, Javelin, Wasp, Griffin, and Centurion. But yeah, this makes getting into the game a lot easier, I would say. Because if you practice on MegaMek, you'll understand the rules of the game. And that way when you actually go to play your first game in real life, you won't be like completely on your own trying to figure out all of the things. You'll just have to learn all the math. It's PPC country. It is PPC country here, that is very true. Which is why the Marauder is perfectly placed to be able to just fire down this nice little cone. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take advantage of too much of that. I think I got another Vulcan. Is that 2 Vulcans? No, it's a Trebuchet. Alright, so we've got a nice little double lance formation style coming up right in here. It's 2 lances to try and take us down. Probably should have beefed this up a little bit more. Go for the Javelin and squishy, it has SRM 12. The SRM 12 is not quite as deadly in this game as it is in MechWarrior 5. MechWarrior 5 exaggerates the strength of missiles. So does So does Battletech 2018 and Rogue Tech and all associated properties, because they basically turbocharge the weapon to the absolute max. Alright, let's try not to get too close with the Warhammer, because I don't want him to actually get within my minimum range. I'll have the archer rush out for a brawl, because that's what archers do. Or, actually, no, that's what our archer does. Kill the trebuchet for Moon Moon. Yes, we do need to kill the trebuchet for Moon Moon. Where's my Black Knight? It does not matter where my Black Knight goes just yet. It will matter in turns soon. Right. And then the Crusader is kind of a swing roll. It's mostly LRMs, though. Because if we take a look at our weapons, we got twin LRM-15s, which is clearly our primary source of damage. 2 medium lasers, 2 SRM-4s is just not gonna cut it. Gonna go range high-low. There we go. That'll sort of nicely for me. Enemy comes to die. Time to scrape the guts of the image. Hopefully not, actually. I mean, we're trying not to be too brutal. I would like to cause damage to them, but I don't exactly want to, like, ruin their entire universe. Which is most of one. How fast did you move? So we got the Vulcan moving at a speed of... Come on. 2. That's actually not all that bad. So if I pull you within range... We'll drop the Crusader back when needed, but we'll use now... For now, we'll try and get a nice little range advantage. Phoenix Hawk jumping over into the water. That'll make his life a little bit easier in terms of heat, which Phoenix Hawks have problems with it. Doesn't the Knight have a hatchet? No, you're thinking the Grasshopper. The Knight is just pure Fists of Fury and, you know, maximum medium laser. Yeah, the Grasshopper is. Or the Grass Chopper, yes. Sorry. Did not say the proper nickname, and I should have. Right, I'm going to move one to the side and turn, see if I can't get a good angle on that. So by walking, we keep our... So every time you move in greater distances, you have a harder and harder time shooting. If you walk, which is the blue area around where we moved, what we just did with the Marauder, you only incur a +1 to your rolls, and you're trying to roll low. If you run, it's a +2, and if you jump, it's a +3. So try not to do all that much. But for every 3 tiles that you move, you gain 1 pip of evasion. It's not really the same concept, but it's very similar, which is a +1 to an enemy roll. So if you move 6 tiles, you get +2. If you move 9 tiles, you get +3, and on and on and on. And you're rolling 2d6 to try and hit people. All right, so we move the Grass Chopper up, and here it does all the math, and you can see we have Gunner skill of 3, which is good. Lower is better. -1 because our pilot here, Warden, is a missile specialist, which allows him to be incredibly deadly. However, the wind is a moderate gale, and he's firing missiles, so +1 to that. He's firing at long range, which is a +4 to that, because I believe it's +0, +2, +4, I think. He's got a +2 because his attacker ran, +2 because the target moved between 5 and 6 seconds, so he ran. So attacker is us. He ran, so that's our +2. And then a target moved 6 tiles, so that's another +2. And then the target also jumped, which is a +3. Wait, how'd you... Oh yeah, because we ran. So all of that means that he has to roll a 12 on 2d6 in order to hit him. Probably not going to happen. Needs to roll a 14 on the Wasp, 13 on the Griffin, so he's only got a chance of hitting him at all. So let's try and flood some missile tubes a bit. We're going to open fire with a few of our missiles, not all of them. See if we can't score a hit. Now, the way this game works is everybody moves, and then everybody shoots. So we're all declaring our shooting right now. So after everybody declares who they're shooting at, then we'll actually roll to see who actually hit people and what it ended up happening. Because even if you die, you still get to shoot, which is makes the game much more deadly in some ways than the other versions of the game. Or less deadly? No, more deadly. Because when you're playing Battletech 2018, let me know if I'm slowing down too much to try and explain some concepts. If you're playing Battletech 2018 by Herbert Schemes, you move and shoot all at the same time. So one guy will move and then shoot. And this allows you to annihilate a target before they can actually do anything back to you. In this game, everybody moves, then everybody targets, then everybody shoots. So even if you put a tremendous amount of firepower onto them, you will, you can still take quite a bit of damage. Let me move my head down. Shoot always on toes? Yep. So, all right, let's have our Marauder take a look. So we got a 10 on that Griffin, which is probably the shot we're going to take. 14 over there, 14. Because they are all light, nimble, and jumpy. So we'll just plow some PPC fire into him. Oh, good damage high-low, just so I have that nice and easy for me. Target the Griffin. Double tap with the PPCs. And because we walked, we're completely heat neutral on that. Black Knight wasn't quite able to draw him within the range we wanted. LOS is blocked by woods, so we got the woods in front of us. And 15, yeah, that's not going to happen. If you had TSM, I'd fire anyway, just to heat up. You always get to shoot back, but so do they. Yep. And that can make the game incredibly painful. If you're trying to be super efficient, it's much harder than it can be in BattleTech 2018. God, the fact... just for people in the future, I'm going to be referring to this as CBT or MegaMek, and BattleTech is the 2018 version. So just to make things... because CBT is classic BattleTech. Don't Google that, but trust me on it. It's our only weakness. Let's flood some missile fire. Probably won't actually hit anything, but a little bit of skirmishing fire is a good thing at this moment. And then you're my Warhammer. 12, 13, 12, 14, and automatic failure. So we will fire one of our PPCs. No, go back. I only want to fire one of my PPCs because I don't want to cook just yet. Not on a 12. Because the Warhammer doesn't have enough heat sinks to actually handle these things. See, the weapons for the Javelin, he did manage to actually roll a hit with his Javelin. And scored 3 missile hits, which sucks. So we took damage to the center torso, the right leg, and the left arm. So once again, our archer starting to eat damage. No, our Warhammer ran. I ran him over to the side to try and give him a slightly better angle to look down the ridge. So all misses out of the archer, but this is pretty normal. Yeah, everybody else missed. So lucky Javelin on that one. Rolling a 12. Everybody else failed to do so. And that's pretty standard for a first round. Or at least a first round when you're shooting a whole bunch of lights. I'm so low on ammo. Yeah, we'll have to keep that in mind. Because we don't want you to completely empty your bins just yet. Now, you don't ever want to not move because the enemy gets a bonus to hit you when you do that. So we're going to move slightly to the side with the Warhammer. There's a more modern version of this that I encountered once. Same rules, I think, but with the BattleTech interface and model play. Oh, you're probably thinking Tabletop Simulator. So I should actually probably look into that. Because if Tabletop Simulator is actually any good, got 5 cents ammo, and you've used most of it. What we could end up doing is, if I was willing to spend a lot of extra time. I run as a +1, but it's a -2, so that actually works out really well. But I'm worried about where that Wasp and that Griffin are going. What I may end up doing at some point, though, in the future is I might end up seeing if I can't get it to work. MekHQ and Tabletop Simulator to do it. It was before that came out? Oh, really? It was a browser versus? You can verse people in this as well. The fact that we're not is just a foilable of mine. Alright, so we'll move the Crusader up forward. We're going to probably nuke this Blackjack with a lot of fire. Because the walk is only going to be a +1, so we're going to be +3. I think he's got a 4. Yeah, he's got a 4. So that'll be a 7. That'll be pretty good. We might be able to kill him. Still going to hold back with the Arbalist. The archer's name is the Arbalist. I know there's a battle mech that's called an Arbalist, but that's not out yet, so I let him name it that. The Marauder. Can I get you in a short range? Probably not. I can get you quite firmly into medium. I only need to move 1. So I'm going to move the 3 for the evasion, just to give him a medium range with the PPC with the Blackjack. So. Browser version? Wait, what? So who's up? It's Cobra and Boa. So Boa is on the field right now. Cobra is currently reinforcing. They'll be in another 2 turns. That's why I held back with you. The Black Knight will actually go up to say hi to you. And I'm only going to have to walk to do it. So I expect this Griffin and the Wasp are both going to try and move in here. Or try and get some good angle, because they're going to be jumping a lot. So here might actually be good for them. If they can get back here, they can shoot right in my back, which is obviously not good. But I want to take advantage of this Blackjack right here. Actually, what version of the Centurion are you? Phoenix Hawk moving out high. Or your Centurion 9A. I don't care then. He's only got an AC 10. If it was the AH, then he would have an AC 20, and then I would have to care quite a lot. It's a 5-inch trebuchet. I believe, and I'm not positive on that, is the terrible one. No, it's not. It's the box standard. Okay. So now I have to move. By the way, this is everybody up here. Our little Vindicator. 5N is the alarm. Yeah, I was thinking the 5J. I was hoping he was the 5J, which has only a single LRM 15. All right. Still worried about what this Griffin's going to do. Because it's a one-end Griffin, which is a good Griffin. I mean, all Griffins are good, but... Because if I move in on the Blackjack, I make myself vulnerable. Jumping's going to be mod 3. You do have a missile specialization, which will take away his jumping, but it'll be just as if he ran 6. But you're not all that good at knocking out. You're really not all that good at it. At knocking out mechs. Like, this mech is purely designed for anti-vehicle work, if I'm honest, and following up on things. Switching to BHP? I don't know what that means. So we're going to shift in right there. Could have run for it in order to get an extra kick on him, but I don't think I'd want to do it. Not the version I encountered Vanguard. The one I was running into was a Battletech preview. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's Battletech 2018, which came out. And Tabletop Simulator also has it. Although I think Tabletop Simulator is using cardboard cutouts, like little images of the cardboard cutouts to move around. I'm Attack Hunter. Yes, you are. You're also a Headhunter. Oh, good. The Griffin decided to move way north. So the Vindicators are vulnerable, but other than that... Alright, we need to make sure that we shoot with the Archer last. Because it'll fire in order of who you decide to shoot with. So if you've... Big Heart Psycho, I think? Okay. So if you shoot with your PPCs first and you manage to open up armor, then the Archer can follow up with his missiles and try and hunt for things. Like Death Hunter. Alright, so we are unfortunately not hitting the Vulcan, but I don't think we would be. 9 on the Blackjack's not bad. 9 on the Centurion's also not bad. I'll just twist to take a peek is what we're doing here. Javelin's 12, 12, can't hit. 10, 14. So I think we're going to probably focus a lot of firepower on this Blackjack. It didn't move all that fast. It's relatively close to us, and we can fire a whole bunch of people at it. So we'll double tap with PPCs. I don't think I need to use the medium lasers right now. And we're not really into range to worry about jumping. Archer, still going to hold off. Warhammer as well with the PPCs. The big old PPCs. Blackjack's probably going to be the best target. Although the Archer's probably going to eat a lot of fire back as well. So double tap with the PPCs as well. And then... How are you going to do? You're going to do an 8. That's beautiful. But I'll have the Black Knight shoot first. 11 or 11. So 6 in one, half dozen the other. So I'm just going to ripple fire everything I've got with medium lasers into Blackjack because we're going to focus them down a little bit. We can worry about the Scarecrow later. One way or another, there will be death involved. It'll be by SRM or ammunition explosion. Probably both at some point. Even 8 on that. That's beautiful. Your missiles actually deal more damage. And you have fewer of them, I think. Wait, no. It'll cluster them by 5 damage chunks. So you've got 6. So it's better to shoot with the Crusader first? Yes. So we'll double tap with the LRM-15s. I'd probably not do that. I mean, theoretically I could. But I would rather fire a medium laser to follow up. And in fact, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to fire the medium laser first. That way, if the medium laser does 5 damage, whereas each of these missiles is doing 1. It'll distribute it in 5 damage chunks, but I'd prefer to have that medium laser attempt first. And now we'll have the Archer follow up with his 8, and we'll just flood the missile tubes. So the Vindicator fired out, he managed to miss everything. The Javelin fired at our Black Knight, managed to miss everything, which he only needed to 7, which is pretty good. If you can't hear it, then it's too low, then I will turn it up. How's that? Let me know. Boas seems to be full of headhunters. That seems to happen a lot. Mech Warrior Tactics? Not actually familiar. I know Mech Commander, but I'll have to look into that. Alright, let's see. Centurion managed to hit us. Our Marauder did hit the PPC on the right leg of the Blackjack, so that's good. Enemy Griffin fired at the Archer, managed to miss. So the Archer just kind of ducking a lot of fire on this one. And the Warhammer following up with a hit to that right leg. So we got 2 hits on that right leg now. Blew through his armor. He's down to 8 structure. We get 8 more damage on that structure. The whole thing will explode. Cancel browser game, Mech Warrior Tactics. Oh, okay. See, and then the Black Knight stepped up, and he needed 11s, so I don't really fault him for not hitting anything, but still. Follow up, medium laser fire. 2 shots did manage to hit the Archer. So the Archer's been nicked a little bit. And then the Archer center torso critical. So 3 armor critical. We rolled it with edge to the right leg, so we were able to avoid that. The Crusader, medium laser missed, LRM missed, but then the other LRM hit. 15 missiles hit. Holy shoot! That's beautiful. So the way that, if you're familiar with HBS 2018 or Battletech 2018, every single missile will roll to an attempt to hit. So if you got an LRM-15, you have 15 chances to hit. Classic Battletech, that's not the way that works. You roll based on the launcher. So your LRM-15 has 1 chance to hit. And then based on how you rolled to hit, it will determine how many of those missiles hit. Makes missiles a heck of a lot less effective. So in this case, we missed with the one completely. We only missed by 1 point. Had we hit with that, that would be beautiful. But the other launcher did manage to hit. Not only did it hit, we rolled well enough so that all 15 of the missiles hit. It then takes those missiles and dishes them out in 5 damage chunks. So they fire out like they're medium lasers. The reason why I fired the medium laser first is because if I had rolled really poorly with the missiles and got like 7 missiles hit, then because they're LRMs, each LRM does 1 damage, so it would have dished it out as 5 and 2, and that 2 would have been less efficient than hitting with that medium laser. Yeah, so we got 15 missiles hit. We even got a head hit on that one. So Crusader pilot, Autobot, that would be, Autobot mech, managing to nail that quite lovingly. And the pilot took a total of 1 hit. He did successfully roll to stay conscious with a 12. So we could have knocked him out if he had rolled Snake Eyes. But he's conscious. He's still conscious, but he's got 4 head armor remaining, which makes him vulnerable. So he's very vulnerable. Scarecrow fired his medium laser, did manage to hit the Blackjack. Everything else was a wash. And then just Warden not feeling it this round, not all that good. Did manage to hit that right leg again, so we've got another bit of structure damage. This Blackjack is already going to be having to take a stability check. Onto the cockpit until the enemy pilot is dead. Guys are vicious. With the Shade deck? Oh yes, the 3 armor critical. Shade is famous for taking 3 armor criticals. And then the Phoenix Hawk managed to nail a large laser at the Black Knight. So the Black Knight, as usual, taking a lot of hits. Enemy Trebuchet accomplishing nothing. So because the Blackjack took 2 PPCs hit, each PPC does 10 damage. And so 2 of them is 20 damage. So if you take 20 damage or more, you need to roll a piloting check to see whether or not you fall over. So in this case, he needed a 6 because his base piloting was 5 and he needed to do a +1 because of the 20 plus damage. And he rolled a 9, so he's perfectly fine. Kill the meat, save the metal. You know, eventually the enemy's going to start using that against you. So now we're on to the melee phase. We get to punch and kick and, well, literally punch and kick people. In Battletech 2018, you basically just melee people if they're within walking range. In classic Battletech, melee happens at the end of after everybody's fired all of the guns, and you can punch or kick. If you punch, you get to punch per arm. So if you have 2 hands, double tap, but it does half as much damage as if you kick. The advantage of punching is it can hit the head, and well, it can hit the entire upper torso, whereas kicking is just towards the legs, unless you happen to be standing on higher terrain in which you can kick their head off. It's rather hilarious. In fact, we had a Raven pilot who did that. I plot everything last mission. I'm letting my team take some chances. Yes, he is a generous commander. So we can kick him, and kicking we'll need to roll a 9. If we miss the kick, we have to roll a piloting check to make sure that we don't trip over our own 2 feet and fall. And the reason why it's a 9 is because we walked, so +1. Targets in heavy woods, +2. Target moved 6 hexes and jumped, so that's a +3 total. If we hit him, we'll deal 15 damage, which is a lot of damage. But it's only a 9 in this pilot check. If we want, we can then try and punch instead. You'll notice punching is not as effective because he's not a trained pugilist. And so we got hit on 11. So we get to roll twice, and we'll do 8 damage. So if both of them add up, we'll actually come out doing 16 damage, which is more than the 15 we would have done kicking, and it applies to the upper torso rather than just the legs. Kind of don't want to do either. They're both terrible, but when in doubt, punch. So we're going to do that. So we swung and missed both times. It's a good thing that we decided to go for the punch, because if we had rolled that 5, we'd have had to roll a piloting skill check, and I don't know if a 6 would have made it. Or pilot that kicked the head off? I don't think that was me. It was either you or Ginger. So, because you and Ginger are our Raven pilots, right? It was Thunder? Oh, really? Huh. So double check that. We have too many damn Ravens. All right, Ginger's an assault mech pilot now. So we roll for our initiative order once again. Duchy of Andurien lost a little bit, so that's good. They have to move first. For initiative order, you want to move last, because everybody moves, then everybody shoots, then everybody kicks. So whoever has to move first, you can maneuver around them. So the Blackjack's been dented, and as you can see, his armor's been a little bit roughed up. He's also cooking a little bit, which is good. I want the Warhammer to sort of stay in back, so I'm just going to sort of continue his little walk right now. Not that far. Just that. Moving enough so we're not standing still, but also not moving fast enough in order to trigger too many heavy penalties. Okay, Crusader, you need to back way the heck off. Oh, where did that blackjack go? Is it even possible for me to get into a good angle against him? Oh, it most certainly is, and all I gotta do is back up one. I will be such a target, though. Centurion's moved, Wasp moved, Blackjack moved. I think I want to do that. Right, you're only at jump 1 because you only jump 2. Jumping adds 1 to your distance moved, so if you only jump 2, you didn't make it to the 3 to get the +1. So you only got the 1 on that one. So that'll actually be a really easy shot from here. I think I'll risk it a little bit. Shift in like so. The Crusader might draw some fire, but Warg's a pretty tough guy. I was the guy that wanted to waterboard the caption. You guys are vicious. They're mech warriors just like you. You should treat them with respect and kindness. Got a rush right on there. See, I think what I want to do is this, but it's not good enough. Because I don't want to give the Vulcan that easy of a shot into me. That's not going to be good. I need to know what this trebuchet is doing. So, because I need to know many things, I will walk into the forest with the Marauder. That way other people can move. And this is the advantage of having a numbers advantage. We need to tell. You're a solemn good guy mech warriors though, right? You're all lawful good. That's what you signed up for, right? Not takers though, and you can waterboard them, whatever place it comes. They are not like us, they are without honor and should be shot like rabbit. Hey, let's be blunt here. These guys are working for the Duchy of Andurien. They have a house. You guys are the mercenaries. Alright, so... Okay, so the Griffin moved away. I'm still on his PPC side, so... His PPC has an extended... Because he's arm mounted, it has an extended firing arc that it can shoot at. So, if I move here, he can still turn and shoot me right in the back without problems. So that's gonna have to be something more like that. He's still gonna be able to shoot me in the back, and the trebuchet's there as well. That's actually pretty good coverage, because I don't want the Black Knight being shot in the back. Mark Light shirt. Looks like Tesla. I'm sorry, Looney Lamb pilot. Put it in ASF. Yeah. Greybeard needs a lamb. We're gonna have to find it eventually. And not all of our Australians, it's just to think back on the Chair 3. Wasn't that bad. God, this is just a nasty little cluster to fight in. I wish this Vulcan had gone, because if this Vulcan had gone, I could occupy this location without worry. Because I think I want it. But I don't have enough pilots to work with it. Let me back up. I don't want to do that. That's not a good idea. Move up to the Centurion. He's still a 50-tonner, so that will be a rough fight. They like tried to take our rides. They kind of earned your rides in the battle. That's kind of what happened there. Oh crap! This javelin has to go too. Right. Okay. So I am not getting involved in that. We're gonna back up, and I'm gonna turn to face that way. All right. I can't back up that much. I do want to do melee with you though. So I anticipate the Javelin and the Vulcan can both move into this dead ground here. If they get close enough, then I don't have much to shoot it with. The MAD 3DJ is equipped with jump jets in order to be sort of more maneuverable, so its secondary armament kind of sucks. What I do in my own time with my prisoners. With your prisoners, eh? Alright, Javelin's moved in to support the Phoenix Hawk. They've got to move their Vulcan, which means Archer's going to have an advantage. He'll be able to steal the march on him. Which is good. Come on, Vulcan, where are you going? Pull back here. He'll move here. If he moves here, then Archer can't shift into the side to get to the Blackjack's weakened right leg. I take it back. He decided to be dumb. Okay. I will take all the advantage of that. You didn't move much, and you ran 3. Could just go right here. You know what? Let's do that. Hi. I'm going to shoot at you in a bit. Don't you worry. Warhammer, though. Hi. Hi there, buddy. You decided to move into close range with my Warhammer. Alrighty, so the SRM-6, I could fire that, but I don't think I'm going to. We're already getting toasty enough. So Lorendale's got an opportunity to do quite a bit of damage here. Oh, he was checking the carpet. Is this an actual campaign thing going on? Yes. So we have a Discord campaign that's kind of been on hold lately, where I've been running us through the Andurien crisis, and the pilots are all people in chat right now. That's why chat's so active. All right, Marauder. Oh, that's tempting. Oh, I wish I had moved one forward. Never mind, the 8 is good enough. It would have been a 6, but the 8 should be good enough. So I'll fire those. Won't bother with the 11s. Crusader. Land Raider Crusader. We'll do that medium laser trick again. So need the 10 and then twin 7s. Should do quite a bit of damage. Oh, I should have had the Black Knight shoot first. What are you doing? 9s, 7s, 9s. So he is just going to be the center of his own little sun. Remember how people were saying last week, guns off the field? This is the embodiment of that. I tried to blow up our dropship with sabotage. That is true. Yeah, that's just true. I don't have any counter argument to that one. So we're taking quite a bit of damage from those SRMs. So Javelin coming in on the Vindicator. Luckily the Vindicator ain't mine, but it still kind of sucks to see my ally starting to go down, and that is not going to make our, what's his name, like us all that much. I need to find my notes for that. Vindicator shooting back does manage to hit the Centurion in the leg armor. Not bad. And the medium laser. Okay, so this pilot is just the master of all death and destruction. Clearly, he managed to hit every single target. The only thing he missed with was 2 missiles. This guy's... I want him on my team. Griffin fired a PPC at the Warhammer and got a through armor critical once again. However, we have edge, and so we re-rolled it. Managed to redirect it to the center torso. He did not destroy the searchlight, so we still have that. Warhammer, however, firing back and missed both times. Rolled double 7s. Oh, double 7s, man. I shouted someone inside what's basically a submarine. Apparently Command didn't like. No, Command did not like that. Guns in a ship? They were pretty annoyed. Grumak does not like it when, you know, not his MPs have guns. So I'm back. Alright, so the Centurion firing, missed with his AC-10, which is good. Did manage to hit with a medium laser, so the Black Knight's starting to get a little bit lit up. Coming, managed to nail the left torso of that Blackjack with our Marauder's PPC. Blackjack firing back, managed to hit the Blackjack hitting the Black Knight twice more. It's the other reason we got to kill this thing. It'll be too easy to stumble over words. Rolled a 4 on that one. So right leg's down to 2 because the Crusader managed to dump another 11 missiles on into him. Medium laser missed again, but that's not really why he's here. Enemy Wasp managed to hit us in the left leg, which is unfortunate because they're starting to pile up damage on that side. And the Vulcan nailing the right arm of the Crusader as well as his left torso rear down to 4 armor, missed with an AC-2, and then Flamer hit the left torso rear. So we've got to get this guy who's behind us away from us. Knife settles for a gun, in my opinion. Leave the Marines the proper firearms. Let's see. So now the Black Knight opens up. Oh my god, did he actually do it? Oh, he discoed everything. All but one medium laser managed to strike the Blackjack from the Black Knight. Unfortunately, he didn't manage to roll the leg once. So we're through the right arm. He's only got 2 structure remaining. So that ought to be interesting when Warden comes to play. Phoenix Hawk got a medium laser, but missed his machine gun, so that's good. The Trebuchet, twin LRM-15s. One of them did manage to hit the Warhammer. 15 missiles hit. Ow. Managed to hit the head, so Lorendale clearly under a lot of fire on this one. And just eat all of the pain. And they destroyed our searchlight. So not only did they hit the head, which we then were able to edge away, which we're now out of edge, they also blew up our searchlight. So that's fun. And then we open fire with our archer. The archer immediately hits the head. So Warden, once again, continued to attempt his work at headhunting. Blew off the right arm. Damaged into the right torso. Blew through the armor on that. More SRM damage managed to hit. Blows up heat sinks, medium lasers. Crits all of that. Please tell me you got the ammo. So he blew off the right arm, the right torso, did not hit the leg in order to blow that off. Damaged the rest of the mech. Oh, we're still not done. And hit the head. So, truly a hilarious amount of firepower. That's what Warden does. The Black Knight took 20 damage, rolled, managed to succeed in staying upright. Warhammer, same problem. Vindicator stayed standing, and unfortunately the Blackjack also stayed standing, which means I can't just beat the ever crap out of him. I can go for punches. That would be 7 damage at a 5. Oh, that's really good. Or I could kick him in that leg and see if I can't break it, which I want to do. So we need to roll a 5 on that. We need a 14 for the kick table. Boot. The Black Knight probably going to end up punching. Needs 10s on that, but if it goes for the kick, he needs an 8. I'm going to risk the 6. So we managed to kick the left leg, kick left leg in the Blackjack. Hits. Takes damage to right leg? Oh no, our left leg kicked. Right, okay. We managed to destroy the entire right leg. Transfers 12 damage to the right torso. We did get a critical hit on the right torso, but unfortunately we didn't roll for a good enough hit. It took 12 damage to the right torso, which he doesn't have, which transfers to the center torso, which brings him down to 4 internal structure. So the Blackjack's almost dead. If that pilot stays in the Blackjack, I will be stunned. The Vulcan attempted to kick our Marauder, succeeded, and hit us in the right leg. Phoenix Hawk kicked the Vindicator, hit. The Black Knight kicked and missed it. He rolled a 3. The Marauder succeeded in standing up because he was kicked. The Black Knight was kicked and missed a kick, so needed to roll twice, managed to nail both of those. The Vindicator succeeded in standing upright because he got kicked, and the Blackjack, while falling over because he no longer has a leg, takes 5 damage to the center torso and blows up the mech. Good job. We're on round 3 and you already managed to kill a 45-ton mech. Not bad at all. Alright, so we've managed to knock down some of the enemy firepower just in time for the rest of the company to show up. So I need the Hatchetman Grasshopper right here so that he can run into the back of that. So Thorn has arrived, missing his left arm, so I should actually probably try and have him command from the rear of the Thunderbolt command. Thunderbolt's on with a PPC if I recall correctly, right? PPC SRM4 medium laser. It's not bad actually. It's actually pretty decent. But he also wants to be relatively close to use all of that medium laser and SRM4 firepower. But he also has a PPC, which gives him lots and lots of options. I'll field him right here. The dragon, if I'm not mistaken, it's a GR, so that is a modified dragon. Damage high-low. So we've got a triple barrel medium laser cannon on his all over the place, really. And 2 flamers. Also, he has jump jets. Yes, we're going to be charging. Pause from KP duty for the Dark Gods. Oh, goodness. So really, he can be anywhere he wants as well. I'm just going to avoid that forest up there. You have a lot of PPCs in your Lance. When did that happen? Alright, and then the Griffin. The Griffin is a 1N, so it's actually the same type of Griffin as our Shadowhawk back here. And this Griffin can actually fight back here. Wait, no, is it? No, this is Estramici. Never mind, this is a standard 1N. What happened to our other Griffin? Didn't we have 2? Yeah, you're gonna duke it out. Closest range. Blackjack fell over and died. Yep. Oh, Simbri actually showed up. You have arrived literally as you arrived. Congratulations. Him missing that arm is actually extra worse because Simbri's pilot Thorn actually has an ability which allows him to punch more effectively. So he could be very useful in the front line. Alright, so now we outnumber them. Literally 10 to 6. Or 10 to 7. So, not bad at all. Let's get the Grasshopper moving as soon as this Vulcan moves. You will pursue him. This will bring the Javelin and the Phoenix Hawk up north, I believe. That Centurion did not move very fast at all. That seems like a significant error of your ways, sir. So that'll move us to 3 to get there. Gives us a little bit of evasion. No punching this time. Well, you could do it one-armed. But yeah, punching probably not on the menu. How fast was that? That looked fast. Show me how fast you just traveled. Oh, you only modded 2 because you ran. You're actually pretty vulnerable then. In that case, where is Grizz? Alright, let's have Grizzly move right up on top of here. So give him 3 move, it'll get me a walk, and it'll be right behind the javelin. So that'll be pretty good. Nice. It does give me an extra point of kick damage. There is that, true. Mind if I try and land on something? It's very difficult to do death from above. So that's, I mean, you could try, but it's not likely to happen. How far? Oh, well, you actually moved quite a bit. You are jump mod 3. That's going to be rough. So where is it? Can't move the Crusader until the Vulcan's done. And that's going to be a refrain you're going to hear a lot. Or at least a similar concept. It's like, I can't move this guy until he moves, so that I know exactly what he's doing. I'm going to move close so I can beat the ever-living crap out of this javelin. Just physically. I'm not even going to shoot at the javelin. Probably not going to shoot at the javelin. I'm just going to beat the ever-living crap out of him. Very difficult. Those understatements. If I have another pilot who's got... If the Vulcan stays close to the Marauder, I'll demonstrate how hard it is to death from above in this. Alright, got the Wasp sort of shifting around shiftily. Which I kind of wanted to pursue that Centurion to wipe him out, but I don't think that's actually going to be a viable option. Could move the 1. I'm underneath the guns on this guy entirely. So there's no way the Griffin can do anything to me anyway. So in that case, I'm going to move like so. It's only a 1 move, which doesn't give me any bonuses, but I've got a lot of coverage around here. Maybe there's a Trebuchet, sure, but I've got Astromichi on that one. And he will handle it. Or not Astromichi. Oh, I'm going insane. Argentavis, that's it. Warden's Astromichi. Maybe just murder the Centurion? I'd like to, but I'm not going to get to him in time with the Black Knight. So we have other things. That's sample of Centurion. Oh, bit by bit, we'll get there. Shadowhawk, I don't want to move until you're free. Can't move you, can't move you. Can't move you. I don't want to move the Shadowhawk, but I may have to. Because you've got number done. Yep, Argentavis is going to be very dangerous. We'll back the Warhammer up. That'll satisfy me. Oh crap, no, I forgot about the Phoenix Hawk. Shoot. He had not moved yet. He'll be able to move right over here. Get the back of a Warhammer. Which is a very tempting target. Incredibly tempting. So now that I've left you multiple juicy tempting targets, where are you going to jump to? Because that's going to be the real question. Oh shoot, I forgot to start recording. God damn it. Well, so much for that first episode. Alright. Should have warned me, Sprog. Oh, it was your job, I think, right? That's what I figured you'd do. You dick. Alright, well, I don't have to worry about you anymore. But I do have to worry about, you know, the rest of the universe coming down on top of me. I may have to move you. I don't want to move you, but I have to. Thorn might be the next one up. If I jump you, just at maximum speed. Keep you on the edge of the fight. Oh shoot, I've got to move again. Marauder. I don't want to jump the Marauder, because if I jump the Marauder, I lose really the ability to fight. Because it's already getting toasty. Oh, and I'm in such a good position on the Griffin too. Alright, let's walk you. Your armor is actually in good condition. They're going to put more pressure on the Centurion. They should bring the Vulcan around to here. Because now he has to move. He's the only one left. Don't know if you have anyone who can go reach on that charge though. Blame Sproke, yes. All Sproke. Charge him off the... Oh, I see what you're saying. That'd be a lot of fun, but I don't... Ooh, the Grasshopper might be able to get that angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Ah, no, it's one short. Okay, Vulcan went wide, which, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't quite expecting the Vulcan to go wide. But I do need to back up. So yeah, unfortunately, we are just barely out of room to try and charge this guy. Could not reach the target with movement. One away. Chilling in the Union. That's all he ever does. He never actually fights anybody. He gets others to fight his battles for him. Alright, so the Grasshopper is not going to have an opportunity to do quite what I wanted. So instead, we're going to have mono-e-mono combat, I guess. Not if I want to show my back to a Griffin, and I don't. Right, we'll go there. We'll just make this the worst javelin in the universe. So show me that Black Knight first. I want to know where he's shooting. 7, 10, 5. Buzz Saw. And you'll follow that up as well. I need to give him an opportunity to chill out because it's becoming a problem. Shoot, I did that backwards. That's okay. You're a 9. You're an 8. Where's my Warhammer? 6. 6 is really tempting, but I think he's handled. I really got to give him a turn off of firing, because 27 is too hot for me. You get one PPC shot, just one, to get you back on the temperature. Jump out, be seriously mashing the eject button. He may not need it. I'm actually not going to focus all that much fire into him. Like, once you stop to pause and think about it, it's like, oh, you're not really shooting nearly as much at me as I thought you would be. And that would be because we're not. Visor done. And then the Shadowhawk. You make a 13. There's a 12. Fire the large laser. And our Griffin has his own little private duel that he's about to get involved with. Fire PPC into that. That'll do some good work. The Grass Chopper. Show me how good this is. It's a 10. 10 versus 7. No, I gotta actually have somebody focus on him. Give me damage, hello. So fire that one, don't fire the left arm. Actually, no, you have hatchet, it doesn't matter. Torso and head laser. The Grand Dragon. Fire the PPC. And then you get some medium laser fire. Just a wee bit. So that you're nice and toasty. This is probably one of the deadest Centurions ever. Oh god. That's a 7. What are you doing with the PPC? 7. I do need to make sure that this guy dies, but at the same time, it's just so much fun to turn this Centurion into his own little star. Turning the ones that's really sweet. Well, he is a 50-ton mech. If I don't fire a lot of fire into him, I'm not going to do enough damage to him. Although, now that I'm noting that, there's actually a surprising amount of available heat right now on the Thunderbolt. So I can actually do that. No gyro. Alright, Javelin managing to nail the Vindicator. Oh, quite hard. Very hard. Good job. I shouldn't be complimenting you, but it's true. Well, at the same time, the Vindicator has our back with this one. Hits the right leg of that Phoenix Hawk, so he's making it more and more vulnerable. PPC is inefficient. PPC is very useful, though. See, Black Knight just unleashing everything he's got. Managed to hit the head on the pilot. Pilot, unfortunately, stayed conscious. He rolled a 4. Had he rolled Snake Eyes, he would not have stayed conscious. 3 misses on that one, but still quite a bit of laser. And then the Centurion manages to hit the right leg of the Blackjack. And medium lasers the center, or the Black Knight, and medium lasers the center torso. And then we follow up just with Warden. Just Warden shows up. Mechs take way more punishment than expected. Exactly. And Warden manages to just unload everything. Blew out the center torso armor. Crit out the gyro. Crit out the gyro again. Blew off an arm. And then the Marauder fires. Yeah, this is the Centurion. The Centurion has just detonated in a gigantic ball of fire. The Warhammer also blowing up all the little tiny pieces of the Centurion. More Centurion destruction. Just all kinds of Centurion death. The Grass Chopper opening fire on the Javelin, managed to cut through his left arm with the large laser, missing with most of his mediums. And then the Grand Dragon continuing the pain on the Centurion, and the Thunderbolt coming in for the fine. The Javelin has fallen based on just all of the little fire it has. What's Centurion? Sure knows how it took the Marauder joining in. Yeah. I mean, we had a lot more than just that Marauder joining in, but yeah, it took a lot. Not only does the Javelin fall over, the Javelin fell over and hit his head. So he's got 3 armor left on his head, so quite vulnerable on that one. The Black Knight also managed to take 20 damage, so we've got to start pulling him back. He's taking a little more than I want him to. I want to get curb stomped. That's kind of the point. We're also going to turn around and punch this guy behind us. We only need 6. Boot. And then the Black Knight could go with twin punches as well. He needs to roll 8s. Or I could kick. That'd be a 6. And if I decided to kick Griffin, it'd be a 9. I'll roll for this 6. Just see if I can't blow it. Actually, how much health does you have in your leg? You, Wasp. Show me armor. You have 9. If I hit your leg, that'll destroy the leg. So absolutely, I'm going to kick that Wasp. Because if I deal 15 damage, that's going to travel up through his leg, destroy that. So 9, and heavily damage his torso. So he will be down. It's not technically, well, it is and it isn't. It's a Grand Dragon, but it's not, because it doesn't have anything about the Grand Dragon aside from the BBC. But hey. So let's go give him Das Boot. And then who's next? Oh, the Warhammer. The Warhammer needs to punch behind him and get hit on a 9. We'll hope that we're lucky. And the Grasshopper, I'm going to hatch it because I can hatch it. And then everybody else can kick it because he's on the ground. I don't think we're about to see a Javelin anymore. So this will actually bring up the next screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in a pause here for the YouTube people. I know I didn't actually start recording, but I'm going to download the copy and then cut it off at this point. But we're going to put in a goodbye to the YouTube people. Don't worry, we're going to be streaming for at least another couple of hours, and hopefully we'll be able to get through Diamondback's battle after this as well. So while we say goodbye to the YouTubes, make sure you say goodbye to them. They're good, wonderful people. Anyway, folks, on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I've been Tyrannic. If you've liked what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive notifications every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment. I especially need to know from YouTube people and not just my regular people who enjoy playing the MekHQ game with me, but just the normal YouTube people. If you've been enjoying this, do let me know. If you've not been enjoying this, also let me know, just so I have an idea of where your head's at, and I will see you all in the next episode. Okay, now